This video presentation will be the discussion of module number 5 entitled Health Education Exercise with Sanitation. So I am your presenter today, Ma'am Jasmine D. Dumaging from College of Criminal Justice Education. So this module covers the importance of health education and sanitation. It focuses on health yesterday and today. So the objectives are already flashed in your screen, and at the end of this module, we must attain those objectives. So health education, health yesterday and today. What is the difference in our health from yesterday up to today? In the year 1800, if you weren't sick, you were not only regarded as lucky but also regarded as healthy. So health in the past was freedom from illness. Health before was determined to be very simple. If you were not sick, you are considered as healthy. But if you do have any symptoms of sickness, you are considered as unhealthy person. So unlike now that being sick person is not the only basis of healthiness. For example, there are persons who have some illness, but we cannot judge that they are unhealthy because sometimes those who have illness are those who portrays healthy balanced diet, have regular exercises, and do not let their illness become the reason why while become the reason why they become unhealthy. So poor health was often associated with poor hygiene and unsanitary conditions. So poor hygiene has a big role in gaining our healthy lifestyle. If a person does not have a proper hygiene, he or she tend to have unhealthy conditions. So remember that viruses are very active nowadays. We can help our body to fight viruses if we do or we practice proper hygiene and sanitary conditions. So, World Health Organization took the landmark step of typing to clarify what health truly meant. So, number one, we have physical well-being. So, we can keep our bodies healthy by exercising regularly. So, yes, it's true. Start your day with exercise to make your body be at condition. Every day, you must spend at least 15 minutes. So, kahit 15 minutes lang po na exercise, it will help you a lot all throughout the day and also make it a habit to have an exercise. An exercise, even light exercise will do. So, kahit 10 to 15 minutes lang yung exercise natin every day. Makikita ninyo may pagbabago sa body ninyo, hindi lang sa body ninyo, pati na rin sa buong araw na magkakaroon kayo ng mga activities. So, next will be mental well-being. So, mental health, like physical health, is more than just the absence of illness. So, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So, it affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It also helps to determine how we handle stress. So, relate to the others and make their choice. So, mental health is important at every stage of the life, from childhood to adolescence up to adulthood. So, there are many factors that contribute to mental health problems. So, maraming nakakaapekto sa mental well-being natin. So, there are three factors. We have number one, biological factors. So, biological factors such as genes or brain chemistry. Ibig sabihin, meron na tayong mental illness noon pa lamang. And then next is life experiences such as trauma or abuse. So, trauma and abuse have a big impact in our mental well-being. Kapag naka-experience na tayo ng trauma or na-abuse, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon na ng imbalance doon sa mental well-being natin. Hindi naman sa natitrigger yung abuse or yung trauma na naranasan mo, pero nagkakaroon siya ng apekto kung papaano ka na mag-isip dati nung hindi ka pa na-abuse or nagkaroon ng trauma. Next is family history. So, family history of mental health problems. Kapag ka sinabi nating family history, ibig sabihin, nasa genes na yung pagkakaroon ng mental health or mental imbalance sa ating utak. Next is social well-being. Social health is considered with the people with whom we are into contact. So, social well-being is often or is when we have good relationships, social stability, and peace. So, it is statistically proven that people with good social connections tend to be healthier and live longer than those who don't. So, yung mga tao na mahilig sa socialization tend to have longer lives. And then, mas nagiging uh, mas nagiging broad din yung mental health nila kasi madami silang nakakasama. Unlike doon sa palaging nag-iisa or iisa at dadalawa lang yung nakakasama niya all throughout his or her life. So, social health comes from regular, positive social contact with family, friends, neighbors, work, and even in school. So, we have also dimensions of health. We have environmental health, emotional health, and spiritual health. So, first will be environmental health. This refers to an appreciation of the external environment and the role individuals play in preserving, protecting, and improving environmental conditions. So, environmental health is the branch of public health that focuses on the interrelationship between people in their environment. So it promotes human health and well-being and foster healthy and safe communities. Maintaining a healthy environment is central to increasing quality of life and years of healthy life. So environmental factors are diverse and far-reaching. So they include number one, exposure to hazardous substance in the air, water, soil, and food. So, environmental health po is napaka-importante rin. Pero nowadays kasi, yung climate natin is nagbabago na rin. Meron na tayong tinatawag na air pollution, water pollution, meron na rin soil pollution, even noise pollution is nakakaapekto na rin sa environmental health na meron tayo ngayon. Next, we also have natural and technological disasters. So, natural and technological disasters, yung mga pinapatayo po nating building doon sa part ng technological disasters, minsan sila yung nakakasira doon sa environment. Oo, nakakatulong siya kasi nakakapagbigay siya ng trabaho, nakakataas siya ng employment rate dito sa bansa natin, pero naaapektuhan yung environment kung hindi nila inaalagaan at hindi nila tinitignan ng mabuti yung mga ipinapatayo nilang buildings. For example na lang doon sa Boracay, 'di ba? Ang daming establishments doon na nag-close. Bakit? Kasi nakita nila na yung environment doon, yung health ng environment is hindi na maganda. Na dapat din naman tinitignan ng government kasi may tendency na kapag ka napabayaan, yung ganda ng Boracay is sa mga susunod na generation, hindi na nila ito makikita na ganun siya kaganda. Next is climate change. So, sabi ko nga kanina, nagbabago yung klima natin. Merong masyado ng mainit. Ngayon, ano ang season ngayon? It's rainy season. So, kadalasan nagkakaroon ng mga flash floods and different typhoons kung saan nakakaapekto ito sa kabuhayan ng mga hindi lang yung mga namumuhay sa mga kabundukan, pati na rin tayong mga nasa lowland. Next, we also have occupational hazards and then the built environment. So, poor environment quality has its greatest impact on people whose health status is already at risk. So, next will be emotional health. It refers to the feeling component. So, we have to express our emotions when in appropriate manner. So, emotional health is an important part of overall health. People who are emotionally healthy are in control of their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So, they are able to cope with life's challenges. They can keep problems in perspective, and bounce back from setbacks. So they feel about themselves and have a good relationships. So emotional health po, ito yung pinaka risky sa tingin ko kasi kapag may mga tao na they cannot handle their emotions when in appropriate manner. Ibig sabihin, yung emosyon na yun sa pagkakataon na yun is hindi yun yung kinakailangan. Na maraming tao ang nakaka-experience yun. Kunyari, galit na galit. Kapag galit na galit ang isang tao, maraming emosyon na lumalabas sa kanya. Maraming mga salita na hindi naman dapat sinasabi. Pero yung emotional health kasi natin, nababalance mo yan kapag meron kang emotionally healthy na natatawag. May peace ka in your mind. So, kaya mong kontrolin yung thoughts mo, yung feelings mo, pati na rin yung behavior na dapat ay makita sa'yo. Next is spiritual health. This may involve belief in a supreme being or specified way of living prescribed by a particular religion. So, spiritual health is the aspect of our well-being which organizes the values, the relationship, and the meaning and purpose of our lives. So, I have here some research on 7 ways to improve your spiritual health. So, yung 7 ways po natin, it can improve your spiritual health depending on how you are going to react on those ways na sasabihin po natin. So, number 1 will be explore your spiritual core. So, remember po, explore your spiritual core. So, by exploring your spiritual core, you are simply asking yourself questions about the person you are and your meaning. For example, ask yourself, who am I? Sino ako? Next, what is my purpose? Next, what do I value most? So, these questions will lead you down a road where you will think more in depth about yourself. So, allow you to notice things about yourself that will help you achieve fulfillment. So, in exploring your spiritual core, you need to ask yourself who you are, what is your purpose, and then what do you value most. Next will be number 2, look for deeper meanings. Looking for deeper meanings in your life and analyzing occurring patterns will help you see that you have control over your destiny. Being aware of this can help you achieve a happy and healthy life. So, look for deeper meanings. Looking for deeper meanings in your life, nakakakita po tayo ng another perspective in our lives. Makikita natin yung ibang side ng life natin kapag kanilook po natin yung deeper meaning. Hindi ibig sabihin na, ay, ito lang yung kaya ko, ito lang yung gagawin ko. No. We need to expand our knowledge and as well as our experiences para makita natin kung ano ba talaga yung meaning ng life na meron ka. Next, number 3 is get it out. Expressing what is on your mind will help you to maintain a focused mind. So after a long day or a significant event, you may feel confused and not be able to make sense of your feelings. So by writing down your thoughts, you may be able to think clearer and move forward. So get it out. Ibig sabihin, yung mga emotions na meron doon sa loob mo, kailangan nating ilabas. Kapag hindi po kasi yan na-express, kahit sa pinakamadaling paraan, nagkakaroon ka ng wala tayong peace. Yung peace of mind natin is nawawala kasi nga, yung mga hinanakit, yung mga emotions coming from you is hindi na ilalabas, which is hindi nagkakaroon ng magandang effect, hindi lang sa body mo, pati na rin doon sa spiritual health na meron po tayo. Minsan, pag nawawalan ng pag-asa, di ba? Nakakalimutan ng mag-pray, nakakalimutan ng mag-seek ng guidance from the Lord. So, kapag marami po tayong iniisip na problems, we tend to forget what our spiritual health can help us. Next will be try yoga. That will be number 4. Yoga is a physical technique that can help improve your spiritual wellness by reducing emotional and physical strains on your mind and body. So, yoga, try nating mag-yoga kahit doon lang sa loob ng bahay ninyo. 'Di ba? May mga YouTube tutorials ng yoga na pwede po nating gawin. Hindi ako nag-yoga, pero maganda yung effect ng yoga. Marami nang nagsasabi na yoga can really help our spiritual health. Not only our spiritual health, but also our emotional, our mental health. So, if you do have time, you can try yoga in your own pace. Next will be travel. So, travel, yes, it's true. Diba? Ang saya-saya lumabas. Pero ngayon, dahil nagkakaroon ng pandemic, hindi po tayo makalabas. Naka-quarantine tayo sa ating mga houses. So, taking time for yourself to travel to a comforting place or somewhere new can do wonders for your mind. So, yes po. Traveling from different places can really help your spiritual health. Not only your spiritual health, pati na rin yung environmental health na meron tayo. Pag nakakakita ka ng mga magagandang scenery, it will reflect on your body and also in your mind. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng positive outlook sa life na meron tayo. Kunyari, may mga tao na gustong mag-travel pero wala namang pang-travel. 'Di ba? So, pwede namang mag-travel through images. May mga makikita na tayong mga kahit sa malayong lugar, may mga vlog, may mga nagvo-vlog na nga, may mga nagpo-post ng images kung gaano kaganda yung lugar na yun. So, pwede naman natin gawin yun kasi nga, 'di ba, hindi pa tayo pwedeng maglalabas ngayon sa ating mga bahay. So, travel from your home. Next will be number 6, think positively. Once you start viewing things in your life in a positive manner, you will find yourself thinking differently and refocusing your mind to a happy and healthy place. So it would be nice to eliminate negativity in our life. So think positively. There are many people who have a lots of negative thoughts. Ibig sabihin, pag gagawin nila yung bagay na to, palagi nilang iniisip yung consequences, yung negative effect nito. Kaya, they tend not to do na lang those things kasi mas iniisip nila yung negative effect. Kakaunti lang yung mga tao, or hindi naman kakaunti, siguro balance, they also have negative positive mind and their negative state of mind, and they also have positive state of mind. So, kapag naging habit natin yung pagiging think positively, nagkakaroon tayo ng refocus. Ibig sabihin, nag-iiba yung focus natin sa life. Kasi, positive na lang yung nakikita natin na outlook. So, nagkakaroon ka ng happiness in you, sa inner self mo. Hindi lang happiness, kundi nagkakaroon din tayo ng healthy place at our own pace, and also, nagkakaroon ng happiness yung mind mo. Kahit na struggles are there, yes, pero hindi pwedeng negative na lang po yung iniisip. Think positive din po tayo para magkaroon tayo ng peace of mind. Next, number 7 will be take time to meditate. So, while managing your time in daily tasks can be hard, it is crucial to devote time to connecting with yourself. So, whether in the morning you wake up, during your lunch break, or before you go to sleep, take 5 to 10 minutes to meditate each day. So, example po niyan is yung praying po. So, a lot of us, hindi na tayo nagpre-pray pagkagising natin, bago tayo kumain, and then bago tayo matulog. So, spiritual health needs more praying po para magkaroon tayo ng positive outlook sa life. Kailangan nami-meditate mo rin yung sarili mo at the end of the day. For example, pagod na pagod ka, kakagawa ng modules, di ba? Ang dami-daming activity. Pero, bago sana tayo matulog, iniisip natin, why we are doing that? Sabi nga kanina, di ba? Mag-self-assess po kayo. Sino ka? What is your purpose? And then, why you live your life like that. Ibig sabihin, mag-meditate ka kung para kanino yung mga ginagawa mo, kung bakit mo yun ginagawa. And then, yung meditation din natin, hindi lang simply asking questions kung bakit nangyayari yun sa life natin, kundi nagre-reflect din dapat tayo kung ano yung mga positive na naibibigay ng mga activity na kailangan po nating gawin. Okay, so we also have determinants of health. So determinants of health, medyo madami to. Most experts believe there are several key behaviors that will help people live longer, such as number 1, getting a good night's sleep, minimum of 7 hours. Pero ngayon, hindi na po tayo natutulog ng 7 hours. Pinakamatagal na po natin sigurong tulog is 5 hours. 5 to 4 hours, pwede pa. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba, bago tayo matulog, madalas iniisip mo na yung gagawin mo bukas, ay kailangan kong matapos to. Pero minsan at kadalasan, hindi mga activities ang dahilan kung bakit hindi tayo nakakagain ng minimum of 7 hours. Minsan sa kakanood ng TV, sa kakanood ng YouTube, sa kakanood ng K-drama, sa mga lalaki, o 'di ba? Kaka-mobile legends. So, yan yung mga pinagpupuyatan ngayon ng mga millennials na natatawag. Kaya hindi tayo nakakagain ng minimum of 7 hours. Pero dapat talaga, yan yung tulog natin para yung health mo kinabukasan is maganda at hindi ka aantukin. Next, maintaining healthy eating habits. So, dapat nagkakaroon tayo ng healthy eating habits. Huwag kain ng junk foods. Hindi po pwede yun. Pwede kang kumain pero moderate. Alam mo naman kung sobra na or hindi pa. Next is weight management, followed by physical recreational activities. Physical recreational activities, gumawa ka ng mga activities outside your house, di ba? Biking, usong-uso yan ngayon. Pero kapag hindi pa naman hindi sakto yung edad mo para lumabas, huwag tayong mag-bike outside our villages or outside our community kasi baka huliin po tayo ng mga police dyan sa labas. So, marami namang physical recreational activities na pwede nating gawin, hindi lang biking po. Pwede kang mag-dance, di ba? Yung mga TikTokers dyan, pwede kahit nasa loob ka lang ng bahay, at least meron kang mga nagagawang physical recreational activities. Next is avoiding tobacco products. Di ba? Solusyon ng gobyerno, itaas ang presyo ng sigarilyo, pero may mga bumibili pa rin. Di ba? May mga na-afford pa rin. Imbis na ibili ng ulam, ibinibili ng sigarilyo. So, avoid tobacco products. Mas lalo na po sa inyo na you are most of you falls in your teenage years. Huwag po nating sayangin yung life natin in our yung mga bisyo na natatawag. So, yung tamang paggamit is meron din yan, and then yung consumption ay dapat ding tignan. Hindi pwedeng nakakaubos kayo ng isang kaha sa isang buong araw. Hindi po pwede yun. Limit lang. Kailangan natin ng limit, and then yung consumption is hindi ganun na din kadami, dapat sana kasi mahal na siya, 'di ba? And then if possible, avoid na talaga. Kung gusto mong mahaba yung buhay mo, kung gusto mong humaba yung buhay mo, i-avoid natin yung mga unhealthy lifestyle na ginagawa natin, like paninigarilyo, pag-iinom, 'di ba? Yung iba pwedeng nag-take pa ng ipinagbabawal na gamot na hindi na dapat ginagawa today. So, next is practicing safe sex, and then limiting intake of alcohol, scheduling regular self-exams and medical check-ups. And then, yung scheduling regular self-exams and medical check-ups, it's your choice na kung gusto mong every month nagpapacheck ka, meron kang consultation sa doktor mo, ang tawag na nito, self-awareness mo na yun. Kung gusto mong magpatingin ng every month para makita natin kung may pagbabago or may mga sakit nang idinudulot yung mga stress na nararamdaman natin, pwede rin naman. Pero kasi 'di ba, not all of us can avoid monthly check-ups. Kahit sabihin natin, yes, it is necessary, pero hindi lahat na a-afford na magkaroon sila ng medical check-ups monthly, di ba? Unless kung ikaw ay pregnant, talagang dapat ay monthly nagpapatingin po tayo, or yung may mga sakit na talaga. Kunyari, mula pagkabata, meron ng sakit. So, yun talaga yung mga needs ng monthly check-up. Next is controlling the real imaginary stressors in life, and then forming and maintaining meaningful relationship with family and friends. So, meaningful relationship with family and friends also, nagiging determinants yan ng health. Kapag meron tayong good relationships with our family together with our friends, nagkakaroon ka rin ng good health. Next is making time for oneself. So, maglaan ka rin ng oras para sa sarili mo, no? Hindi lang sa mga jowa ninyo, para sa sarili mo rin. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng self-assessment dapat pagkatapos ng mga activities na ginagawa mo. Hindi lang yung palaging iniisip mo na lang yung ibang tao. So, bago isipin yung iba, isipin mo muna kung ano yung mga pwedeng makabubuti sa'yo, kasi pwedeng nakaka-apekto ito sa'yo, and then ma-affect mo rin sila, makaka-express tayo ng mga positive thoughts and then ideas. Next is participating in at least one fun activity each day, respecting the environment when making decisions, and assessing how actions affect others. Next, valuing each day and making the best of opportunities. Viewing mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow, being as kind to one as to others. So, be kind. Always be kind to others. Not only to yourself, but also to other people. Kailangan maging kind tayo at all times. Diba? Hindi pwedeng palaging pabibo na, kaya ko to, kaya ko itong gawin. Kahit na at the end of the day is hindi naman natin nagagawa. So, be kind. Always be kind and be humble. Walang mawawala sa'yo kung ikaw ang nagpapakumbaba. Kaysa yung tayo yung nagmamataas, even we are wrong. So, be kind always to others. Hindi naman yung be kind na tignan nyo naman kung naaabuso na yung pagiging kind, or yung kindness natin is natitake na for granted. Next is understanding the healthcare system and using it wisely. So, those are the determinants of health, yung mga nabanggit po natin. So, health services, number 1 is nutrition. So, nutrition is the process of eating the right kind of food so you can grow properly and healthy. So, nutrition is the study of nutrients in food, how the body uses them, and the relationship between diet, health, and disease. So, that will be the meaning of the nutrition. Next will be nutrients. Nutrition pa pala also focuses on how people can use dietary choices to reduce the risk of disease. What happens if a person has too much or too little of a nutrient, and how allergies work. So, next, number 2 will be nutrients. So, nutrients are substances that provide energy and materials for growth, repair, and cell development. So, nutrients provide nourishment. Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water are all nutrients. So, if people do not have the right balance of nutrients in their diet, their risk of developing certain health conditions also increases. So, if we tend to have imbalance type ng nutrients sa katawan natin, malaki yung increase na nagkakaroon tayo ng health conditions. So, we have different classes of nutrients. Number 1 is carbohydrates. So, carbohydrates are sugars, starch, and fiber. Next is sugar. So, sugar, these are simple carbs, followed by fiber. Kung yung sugar is simple carbs, yung fiber naman is yung complex carbs na tinatawag. Next will be proteins. Consists of amino acids, which are organic compounds that occur naturally. Next, fats reduces inflammation. So, too much fat can lead to obesity, high cholesterol, liver disease, and other health problems. Fats, yes, nakakatulong din po yan sa katawan natin kasi siya yung ah, nag-absorb ng nutrients. Pero too much fat can lead you to obesity. Na kapag nagiging obesity na tayo, nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga health problems. Next is water. The adult human body is up to 60% water. Water contains no calories and it does not provide energy. So, water po, napaka-importante ng water sa body ng isang tao. Sabi nga, di ba, dapat nakakainom tayo ng 8 glasses a day. Pero nakakainom ba kayo ng 8 glasses a day? Ako hindi, o aminado doon. Hindi pa ako nakakainom ng 8 glasses a day. Minsan nakakalimutan ng uminom na din ng water. So, kapag kakulang yung water sa katawan natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng imbalance. Minsan, feeling mo nahihilo ka, feeling mo na antok ka, feeling natin masyado tayong pagod. Yun pala, kulang lang tayo sa tubig. So, what sabi nga nila, water is life. So, drink more water for you to gain more life. Next is minerals. The body needs carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. It also needs dietary minerals such as iron, potassium, and so on. So those are the different classes of nutrients that our body needs. Next is health services. So, we do have Go, Glow, and Grow foods. Diba? From elementary na po yan. Alam nyo na kung ano yung mga Go, Glow, and Grow foods. So, Go foods, energy and heat-giving foods. So, example of Go foods include breads, tinapay, rice, pasta, cereals, and potato. So, those are the Go foods. Next is the Grow foods. So the grow foods are bodybuilding and body repairing foods. Grow foods includes chicken, meat, fish, eggs, milk, cheese, and then pwede ring yogurt. So those are the examples of grow foods. Next is glow foods. These are body regulating and protective foods. So glow foods includes fruits and vegetables. So next is food pyramid. So food pyramid is a pyramid-shaped guide of healthy foods divided in sections to show the recommended intake for each group of the food. So alam niyo naman na po siguro yung itsura ng food pyramid, and then what are the foods inside ng pyramid na kailangan po nating i-take para magkaroon tayo ng mas magandang health body system. Next is nutritional guidelines for Filipinos. So, meron tayong mga guidelines. We as a Filipino tend to have guidelines para magkaroon tayo ng sapat na nutrition sa ating katawan. Number 1 is eat a variety of foods every day. So, eat variety with moderation po. Huwag kang kain ng kain. Kasi pag kain tayo ng kain, nag-gain ka ng weight, mas nagkakaroon tayo ng chance na mas lumaki yung katawan, mas magkakaroon ng risk sa health natin, yung increase ng health problems is mas tumataas din. So, eat variety of foods every day. Ibig sabihin, kumain ka ng iba't ibang klase ng foods. Hindi lang chicken all day na. Hindi po. Magkaroon din tayo ng balance doon sa eating habit natin. Next is breastfeed infants exclusively from birth to 6 months and give appropriate foods while continuing breastfeeding. So, breastfeeding is important in all times sa mga baby po. So, breastfeeding from birth up to 6 months is very necessary. Kasi yung nutrients na nakukuha ni baby kay mommy ay iba doon sa nutrients na ibinibigay ng mga powdered milk na ibinibigay po natin. Although may mga mother na nagbibigay ng powdered milk kasi nga hindi ganun ka ganda yung pagbe-breastfeed nila. Ibig sabihin, konti lang yung gatas na naipro-provide, kaya kailangan ng powdered milk. Pero, if necessary, sa mga pregnant woman, sa mga mother na, i-breastfeed po natin yung mga baby from up to 2 years of their age. Beyond 2 years, kahit i-stop na po natin, i-cut na natin, kasi yung nutrients na nakukuha nila doon is hindi na ganun kaganda para sa katawan nila. So, yung breastfeed natin, pwedeng hanggang up to 2 years of age ng mga bata. Next is maintain children's normal growth through proper diet and monitor their growth regularly. So, maintain children's normal growth. Tingnan mo naman kung tumatangkad pa yung kung tumatangkad pa yung bata or hindi na. Ibig sabihin, merong mali doon sa proper diet or doon sa kinakain niya na naipoprovide ng mga parents, diba? Tayong mga Filipino, we are known to be very small people, di ba? Unlike sa American na kahit na elementary pa lang yung height niya is pang high school na. Why? Because there is effect in the in the way they eat. Ibig sabihin, yung mga kinakain nila is appropriate doon sa age na meron yung bata. Unlike dito sa Pilipinas na minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng obesity. Obesity, ibig sabihin, ang daming intake ng food na hindi naman kailangan ng katawan ng bata. Kaya, they tend to gain more fat. Meron din naman sa mga yung mga hindi masyadong afford yung mga masasarap na pagkain, yung mga bata, they tend to become malnourished. So, yung pagiging malnourished nila, nakaka-affect din doon sa growth nila. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi nakakain yung mga tamang foods, yung height nila, yung pag-gain nila ng pagtangkad nila is nagkakaroon ng hindrance due to their eating lifestyle. Next, we also need to consume fish, lean meat, poultry, and dried beans. Eat more vegetable, fruits, and root crops. Eat foods cooked in edible cooking oil daily. Consume milk products, and other calcium-rich foods as small fish and dark green leafy vegetables. So, palaging sinasabi na if we eat meat and meat like chicken and then pork, kailangan meron itong palaging kasamang vegetable. Kung hindi po vegetable, at least you eat fruits. Yung fruits, kailangan po natin siya daily. No, kasi nakakapagbigay siya ng glow. Kasama siya sa glow foods, nakakapagbigay siya ng glow, hindi lang sa skin natin, kundi kasama na rin doon sa glow ng health po natin. So, if we consume meat products, poultry products, you make sure na mag-consume ka rin ng green leafy vegetables. Next is use iodized salt but avoid excessive intake of salty foods. So, salty foods, di ba? Ang salty foods ng mga junk foods. So, sa mga bata, hindi po dapat natin pinapakain palagi yan. Use iodized salt. Hindi naman necessary na iodized salt ang gamitin mo palagi. Kasi, di ba, price of iodized salt from rock salt is very different. So, mas a-afford natin yung rock salt na natatawag. Pero yung rock salt, yung paggamit nun, dapat nagkakaroon din po tayo ng limitation. Hindi yung porket rock salt yung gamit mo is wisik ka na ng wisik dyan, lagay na ng lagay. Hindi po. Magkaroon tayo ng balance sa paggamit ng salty foods. Kasi, maraming sakit na naibibigay kapag mahilig po tayo sa mga maaalat. Next, eat clean and safe food. For a healthy lifestyle and good nutrition, exercise regularly, do not smoke, and avoid beverages. So, next, exercise. So, after we discuss the nutrients, we also discuss the health education, we move on now to exercise. So, exercise is any bodily activity that enhances or maintains physical fitness and overall health and wellness. So, exercise, we tend to do exercise kapag minsan required. In our PE class, diba, nag-exercise po tayo. Pero kapag ikaw na mag-isa, tinatamad na, diba? Kukunti lang yung mga tao, or may mga tao rin na naglalaan ng time for exercise, but most of us is nag-exercise lang kapag kailangan na. So, we have different type of exercises. We have 4 types: aerobic, isometric, isotonic, and isokinetic. So, aerobic exercises, it is an activity that requires the lungs to take in additional oxygen to meet the requirements of the muscles. So, aerobic exercises includes running. So, ito yung mga pwede ninyong gawin under aerobic exercise. We have running. Next, cycling. We also do swimming. Next, brisk walking. Skipping rope. Rowing. Pwede rin rowing. We can also do hiking. We can also do dancing, playing tennis, continuous training, and long distance running. So those are the examples under aerobic exercise. Next is isometric exercise. It also called static weight or resistance exercises. So, yung example niya na nandoon sa next slide, titingnan na lang po natin mamaya. Next, we also do have isotonic exercises, also called as dynamic or cardiovascular exercise. And last is isokinetic exercise. This type combines elements of isometric this type combines elements of isometric and isotonic exercise. So these are the examples of isometric exercise na sinasabi ko po kanina. We have 12 examples. Number 1 is isometric shoulder internal rotation. So, I have provided you some images para alam niyo kung paano gawin yung mga exercise na yan. Next, we also have number 2, isometric shoulder external rotation. Next, pwede rin natin gawing isometric lateral raise. Pwede rin namang isometric lying leg raise. Next, we also have isometric quad exercise. And then isometric hamstring exercise. Next, we also do have isometric ball squat. O, diba? Pwede rin namang merely squat kung wala po tayong ball. Next is isometric hip abduction, followed by isometric hip adduction. And then number 10 is plank hold. O, diba? Planking has a very great is a very great exercise in our body. 'Di ba? Merely para ka lang naka-stiff ka lang, naka-plank ka lang, pero hindi mo alam, ang dami pala niyang naibibigay na benefits on your body. So, planking is very recommendable as one part of daily exercise na kailangan nating gawin. Sana gawin ko rin. Next, number 11 is side planking. And then number 12, we also do have isometric neck exercises. So, those are the examples of isometric exercise. Next, we also do have examples of isotonic exercise. So, sa isotonic exercise, we have push-ups, we also have pull-ups, and then lifted weights. So, images are flashes on your screen po ha, para alam niyo kung ano yung mga itsura ng mga sinasabi kong exercises. Next, we also do have resistant bands, pwede ring crunches for abs, and also alternating lunges. Next, pwede ring equipment-assisted exercise doon sa mga nag-gym, for I believe may mga nag-gym din sa inyo dito. So, under sila ng tinatawag nating isotonic exercises. Next, we also have squats for strength, and then squat thrust. Pwede rin ganyan. Pwede rin tayong mag-weighted deadlift. Diba? We also do have back extensions. And then last will be chest presses. So, those are the examples of isotonic exercises na pwede nating gawin. Next, what are the benefits of regular physical activity or exercise? Bakit tayo nag-exercise? Ano yung benefit na makukuha natin? Number 1 is, it controls our weight. Number 2, it combats health conditions and diseases. So, wag lang po tayong mag-rely sa mga medicines kung may sakit tayo. Exercises will help a lot in your body rin po, hindi lang medication. Next is improves mood. Yes, kapag nanlalakad tayo, pwedeng mag-exercise para ma-improve yung moods. It also boosts our energy. and it promotes better sleep. Yes, nagkakaroon po tayo ng maganda, mahimbing na tulog kapag nagkakaroon din tayo ng habit ng good exercise. Next, and will be the last, it can be fun. Yes, exercise is fun. Mas lalo na kapag, di ba, may mga different types na tayo ng exercise. Kahit sa bahay pwede mong gawin, 'di ba? Zumba. Zumba is one type of exercise under ano na yung type ng na may dancing, 'di ba? Pwede natin yung gawin. Zumba is pinaka-popular po 'yan. Next is physical wellness. So, physical wellness is a positive state of well-being and capability of an individual to design personal fitness programs for improving and maintaining optimum levels of health. So, physical wellness promotes proper care of our bodies for optimal health and functioning. So, physical wellness encourages us to care for our bodies through physical activity, proper nutrition, and a strong mind. So, what are the benefits of health and wellness if we do have physical wellness? Number one, looking good, o, di ba? Next, feeling good. Next, pwede nating ma-enjoy yung life. We need to enjoy our life. And then last will be meeting emergencies. Next, proper hygiene and sanitation. So, hygiene generally refers to the set of practices associated with the preservation of health and healthy living. So, personal hygiene is the basic concept of cleaning, grooming, and caring for our bodies. So, personal hygiene is how you care for your body. This practice includes bathing, washing your hands, brushing your teeth, and more. So, personal hygiene simply means how you care for yourself or your body. Every day, you come into contact with millions of outside germs and viruses. So, if we go outside our home, we do have some contact sa mga germs and viruses na hindi po natin nakikita. They can linger on your body and in some cases, they may make you sick. Yes, di ba? O, yung mga cases natin ngayon, we are encountering pandemic. So, pandemic which is we do have some viruses na kumakalat, yung tinatawag na COVID-19, di ba? We cannot see it, but it affect our lives, di ba? Hindi natin nakikita yung viruses na yan, pero kumakapit siya sa katawan natin. If we do not have proper hygiene, those viruses can kill our lives. So, they may make you sick, yes, and then eventually, nagiging sick ka, nagkakaroon ka ng medication. If your immune system is low, you can die. If nakapitan po tayo nung virus na meron tayo ngayon. Personal hygiene practices can help you and the people around you prevent illness. Yes, if we practice personal hygiene, nakakatulong siya para ma-prevent natin yung mga illness na pwedeng dumapo sa mga katawan natin. They can also help you feel good about your appearance. Yes, di ba pag palagi tayo nakakaligo, we Filipinos tend to take a bath 3 times a day, di ba? Yung iba nga, pag summer season, 4 to 5 times a day nang maligo. Unlike any other countries na isang beses lang silang naliligo, di ba? Yung pagligo natin, nakakatulong yan sa personal hygiene na meron tayo. So, nai-eliminate niya yung mga viruses or yung mga germs na kumakapit sa inyo. Kaya kailangan po nating maligo every day, at least twice a day. Next is sanitation. This means the prevention of human contact with waste for hygienic purposes. So, sanitation refers to the public health conditions related to clean drinking water and adequate treatment and disposal of human excreta and sewages. So, preventing human contact with feces is part of sanitation, as is hand washing with soap. So, sanitation system aim to protect to protect human health by providing a clean environment that will stop the transmission of disease, especially through the fecal and oral route. So, for example, diarrhea o common na yung sakit na diarrhea if we don't have good sanitation. So, diarrhea, a main cause of malnutrition and stunted growth in the children, can be reduced through adequate sanitation. Diba? So, yung sanitation natin, we need to clean our environment for us to have a healthy living din, no? Kasi minsan yung mga sakit nakukuha din mismo doon sa environment na kung saan nandoon ka. If you stay in a dirty, in an unhealthy environment, you tend to have a high risk na magkaroon ng iba't ibang klase ng sakit. So, there are different types of sanitation. We have basic sanitation, on-site sanitation. We also do have food sanitation, housing sanitation, environmental sanitation, and ecological sanitation. Okay, so ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Speaking of viruses, we have coronavirus disease or the COVID-19 prevention. So, COVID-19, di ba, nag-arise yan, pumutok yan, early this year, di ba? Na quarantine tayo in the month of March, kalagitnaan ng March, di ba? Na quarantine po tayo due to that virus kasi mabilis siyang kumalat. Sinasabi ng iba, airborne na din siya. Kaya nga we are wearing our mask. They also suggested na if we go out in our places, you should wear also the not only the face mask, you should also wear your face shields for you to protect from that virus na hindi nga natin nakikita. Hindi natin nakikita pero nakakapatay siya, di ba? Marami ng mga lives na nakuha dahil lang sa virus na yan. So, we have some preventions na ipe-present sa inyo para ma-avoid natin na magkaroon tayo ng coronavirus disease or what we so-call the COVID-19. So, number 1, coronavirus disease is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Ibig sabihin, na-discovered siya, this virus is discovered out of some viruses. Diba saan nag-umpisa yung coronavirus na sinasabi? Sa anong bansa? China, 'di ba? Specifically in Wuhan. So, yung virus na 'yon, doon nag-umpisa sa China and then kumalat na siya sa iba't ibang bansa. So, hindi na napigilan ng government natin because it is too late. Kasi nga hindi naman natin nakikita yung virus na kailangang labanan. So, we need to prevent na lang kasi nandyan na yung virus eh. So, anong gagawin mo? Magpapa-apekto ba tayo? No, we need to prevent para hindi po tayo mahawa nung virus. Most people infected with the COVID-19 virus will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness. So, and recover without requiring special treatment. So, yung mga nagkakaroon ng COVID-19, nagkakaroon sila ng mild to moderate respiratory. Ang talagang inaapektuhan ng COVID-19 is our immune system. Kapag mahina yung immune system natin, we tend to die because of the virus. Kasi nga, yung immune system natin is hindi ganun kalaki to combat the virus na pwedeng kumapit sa'yo. Kaya nga, sabi natin kanina in our previous discussions, kailangan nagkakaroon tayo ng health and right education regarding our safetyness, kasama na rin yung healthiness mo para ma-avoid natin yung mga viruses na ganito. Next, the best way to prevent and slow down transmission is be well informed about the COVID-19. Yes, huwag kayong magpapaniwala sa mga fake news. No. Hindi pwedeng, huwag tayong sa TV, sa national TV, ang daming cases ng mga fake news about COVID-19, di ba? Yung fake news na yun, nagli-lead yun para hindi ma-prevent at hindi ma-slow down yung transmission. Ang daming mga makukulit, matitigas ang ulo na hindi nagsusuot ng face mask. Oh, nasa public places sila pero hindi sila nakasuot ng face mask. So, how can we prevent, how can we slow down yung transmission ng COVID kapag mismong yung mga tao na dapat ay pinoprotektahan yung sarili nila sa virus ay hindi well-informed sa mga dapat nilang gawin. Next, the COVID-19 virus spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Kaya nga meron tayong social distancing. Pinagsusuot din tayo ng face mask kasi yung viruses is lumalabas sa bunganga ng isang tao na infected na nung virus. So, kailangan nating distansya yung sarili natin sa crowded na places para ma-avoid mo rin na magkaroon ka ng sakit na hindi nga sinusunod ng mga tayo, hindi lang mga Filipino, kundi lahat na rin ng tao sa buong mundo na hindi talaga aminado naman tayo na hindi nasusunod ang social distancing na sinasabi. Yes, they wear their face mask, they also wear their face shield, but kapag ka nasa public places na sila, nakakalimutan na nilang mag-social distancing. Next is, at this time, there are no specific vaccines or treatments for COVID-19. Although nakikita natin sa news na may mga nagsisilabasan ng vaccines, but wala pa talagang vaccine specifically to cure this COVID-19. So, we need to watch, we need to stay updated para makita natin kung may vaccine na ba talaga or wala pa. So, stay aware of the latest information on the COVID outbreak available on the World Health Organization website and through your national and local public health authority. So, stay aware po. Tinitignan dapat natin yung pinaka-latest information about the COVID outbreak, kung ilan na ba yung mga cases. So, meron tayo ditong update o COVID-19 Philippines update according to www.worldometers.info. So, as of yesterday or last week ko pa ata ito nakita meron na po tayong 356,618 coronaviruses dito lang sa Pilipinas. So, 6,652 ang deaths na po dyan. And then, we have 310,158 recovered. So, kung nakikita ninyo, mas malaki pa rin naman yung nakaka-recovered kaysa doon sa mga namamatay. Although, yung karamihan ng mga namamatay dyan is yung mga frontliners. So, be kind, be humble sa mga frontliner kasi they are saving your lives against sa coronavirus na meron po tayo ngayon. Next, protect yourself and others from the spread of COVID-19. So, next, we have simple precautions to reduce your chances of being infected or spreading COVID-19. Ano yung mga dapat nating gawin para ma-reduce yung chance na tayo ay ma-infect? Number 1, regularly and truly clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand rub or wash them with soap and water. So, maghugas po ng kamay. Practice washing your hands, sabi nga ng DOH, every 20 seconds, di ba? Practice washing your hands with soap kasi nakakatulong yan to eliminate the germs kung sakaling lumabas man tayo, di ba? Pag lumalabas kayo, palaging meron dapat tayong alcohol-based hand rub na dala-dala para in case hindi ka makapaghugas agad ng kamay mo using soap and water, meron tayong alcohol-based. Next, maintain at least 1 meter or 3 feet distance between yourself and others. So, yan yung tinasabi natin na we need to practice the social distancing. Pero, pag nasa public places na tayo, we cannot avoid due to the crowding ng mga people na nakakalabas na ngayon. Mas lalo na, di ba, pinapayagan ng lumabas yung ages 15 and then sa senior is 65, di ba? So, mas madami na yung mga taong pwedeng lumabas ngayon. So, see to it for yourself na kung hindi man na observe yung social distancing, make initiative na in yourself to distance yourself, na hindi lang naman sarili mo ang isipin mo, magsabi rin sa mga ibang tao na nakakalimutan yung social distancing, to practice social distancing kapag ka nasa public places po tayo. Next, we avoid to crowded places. Kung alam mong crowded places yon, wag ka nang pumunta, di ba? Merong time for us to go out in our places kapag ka wala na po yung virus na sinasabi. Pero kapag ka meron pa, pandemic is still ongoing, avoid going to crowded places. Wag mo na kayong maki-birthday. No, wag muna kayong lumabas, um, wag muna kayong maglakwatsa. Kung kayang sa bahay lang po kayo, kasi yun yung pinaka-safest place for you, not outside your houses. Next is avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. So, these are the T-zones na tinatawag. Ito po, meron tayong eyes, nose, and then mouth. Kapag ka nasa labas tayo, avoid touching it. Kasi, there are tendency na hinahawak-hawakan po natin yung mga materials doon sa labas, and then nakalimutan natin na may pandemic pala, and you touch your T-zones, pwedeng yung germs na nasa kamay mo is mailipat doon. Pwede sa eyes, pwede sa nose, and then sa mouth. So, yung mga yan po kasi is daanan na through our internal system. So, dapat ina-avoid nating hawakan po yung mga yan, especially kung nandoon tayo sa labas. Next, make sure you and the people around you follow good respiratory hygiene. Stay home and self-isolate when the minor symptoms such as cough, headache, mild fever until you recover. So, magkaroon ka ng initiative kung may nararamdaman ka ng mga symptoms like cough, sneezing, headache, you isolate yourself from others na kasama mo sa bahay to avoid spreading pa yung sickness na meron ka na. Next is, if you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention. So, pag naramdaman na po natin yung mga symptoms na yan, we have fever, cough, difficulty in breathing, pumunta ka na sa hospital, no, sa pinakamalapit po. Mas lalo na, yes, don't be afraid na mag-seek ng medical attention, kasi hindi ka ang makakapagsabi if you already have the virus or wala. Kasi yan yung mga symptoms ng coronavirus na meron po tayo ngayon. So, mas maaga, mas na-prevent, mas malaki yung chance na gumaling, 'di ba? Pero pag pinatagal, pag natakot kasi baka may corona na ako, konting ubo lang baka may corona na ako. Hindi, mas maganda kapag nag-seek ka agad ng medical attention. Next, keep up to date on the latest information from trusted sources such as World Health Organization or your local and national health authorities. So, keep up to date sa latest information. Meron tayong napapanood sa balita every day kung ano na yung update sa COVID-19. So, kailangan din nating malaman kung ano na yung progress. Kung nagkakaroon ba ng pag-flatten ng curve or mas lumalaki yung mga nai-infect. Next is safe use of alcohol-based hand sanitizer, 'di ba? Usong in demand po ang alcohol ngayon. Nagkaroon pa nga ng panic buying nung nagkaroon tayo ng corona outbreak, na kung saan naubos yung mga alcohol, yung stock sa mga market is naubos. So, nagkaroon tayo ng panic buying na hindi na inisip yung iba na hindi pa nakabili. So, nagkaroon pa nga ng cases na ang mahal ng benta ng alcohol. Ginagawang may pandemic na nga, nagkaroon pa ng high price sa pag-sell ng alcohol na hindi naman dapat. Kasi yun yung pinakakailangan ngayon ng mga tao. So, why are we raising the price? Hindi na maaabot ng mga normal lang na mamamayan or yung mga sapat lang naman yung mga kinikita. So, what are we going to do to have a safe use of alcohol-based hand sanitizer? So, keep alcohol-based hand sanitizers out of children's reach. Kapag may mga bata po tayo sa bahay, ilayo po natin yung mga alcohol-based. Kasi hindi pa naman nila alam gamitin yan. Pwedeng baka mainom nila yan. O, diba? It can cause death. So, i-keep out po natin siya na marireach ng mga children. We also apply a coin-size amount on your hands. Diba? Kapag mag-a-apply tayo ng alcohol, wag naman yung nakalahati na yung alcohol. Konti lang, yung sapat lang para makover niya lahat ng part ng hands mo. Avoid also touching your eyes, mouth, nose immediately after using an alcohol-based sanitizer. Kapag we use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Diba? You cannot touch them immediately after using alcohol. Hand sanitizers recommended to protect against COVID-19 are alcohol-based and therefore can be flammable. So, alcohol-based can be flammable. So, wag natin siyang ilapit sa mga flammable materials. Huwag mong ilapit sa LPG. Kapag may mga nakita tayong matches dyan, may mga lighter, ilayo po natin sa alcohol. It can cause flame. Under no circumstances, drink or let children swallow an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Sabi nga, any circumstances, ilayo po natin sa mga bata yung alcohol. They can drink it kasi aakalahin nilang tubig po iyon. So, alcohol-based hand sanitizer, under no circumstances, do not let your children swallow or drink it. Next, remember that washing your hands with soap and water is also effective against COVID-19. So, that is the very easiest way to prevent us to gain or to protect us from COVID-19 is to wash our hands with soap and water. And then, after mag-wash ng hands, apply po kayo ng alcohol-based hand sanitizer para mas maging sure po tayo na wala tayong dalang viruses. Mas lalo na kapag if we go out in our houses and we go to the crowded places, kailangan after after ng event or umuwi na tayo sa bahay, palagi po nating i-practice yung paghugas ng mga kamay. So, okay, that's all. That will be the end of the discussion in our module number 5 entitled Health Education with Sanitation. But before we end, thank you for listening. Before we end this presentation, allow me to read this prayer with you. So, while reading it, you can also follow para na rin po ma-less yung stress na meron tayo because of this pandemic, di ba? Maraming naapektuhan sa pandemyang ito, and we need to have some positive outlook in life na at least at the right time, this pandemic will disappear. What? Sino makakatulong din lang naman sa atin, di ba? No one else but our Lord God. So, let me read this prayer to you before we finally end this presentation. So, this is a prayer during pandemic. Loving God, Holy One, your desire is for our wholeness and well-being. We hold in tenderness and prayer the collective suffering of our world at this time. We grieve precious lives lost and vulnerable lives threatened. We ache for ourselves and our neighbors standing before an uncertain future. We pray, may love, not fear, go viral. Inspire our leaders to discern and choose wisely. Align with the common good. Help us to practice social distancing and reveal to us new and creative ways to come together in spirit and in solidarity. Call us to profound trust in your faithful presence. You, the God who does not abandon. You, the Holy One, breathing within us, breathing among us, breathing around us. So in our beautiful yet wounded world. So please hear our prayer to um, immediately disappear this pandemic that we are facing uh, right now. So, wala namang ibang makakatulong sa atin aside from ourselves, kundi yung um, lumikha din po sa atin. So, in the name of mighty Jesus, we pray for the healing of the world. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So, thank you for patiently listening. So, have a good day.